Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Waskom Wildcat fans. Your Waskom Wildcats are here at home in Jimmy E Cox Stadium, taking on the Hawkins Hawks, Region 3 District 10 champions, that is, your Waskom Wildcats. And they already have sealed a playoff berth. We already have that. You guys are probably already aware of where we're at next week, which will be where, Julie?
Marshall, Texas at Maverick Stadium. It'll be a first for me and Michael to be in the booth at Marshall.
Yeah, so we'll be playing at Marshall, and we'll be playing Paul Pewitt. And that game, I believe, it was scheduled for 7. This one was scheduled for 7, but we moved it up to 6 based on inclement weather, and it was senior night here tonight in Waskom, and they're honoring the seniors here at 5:20. And now they have finished that. We are 6 minutes and 20 seconds away from kickoff here with your district champs finishing out the season here at home against the Hawkins Hawks.
Well,
That's another tongue twister.
It's a kind of a nasty night. I think probably have a few less fans in the stands tonight for both sides. Hawkins come a long way, right?
Yeah, it is a good stretch there, almost right there at the edge of Tyler. And that being said, Hawkins traditionally has been smaller than Waskom over the years. And so, as we've been mentioning each week, we've only had 4 encounters, not counting tonight, against Hawkins.
Only 4 times these two teams have ever met.
And we are 2-2. So tonight we'll get who is got the record over the confrontation or competitions together. But there's also these teams met up in preseason on 7-on-7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at Dangerfield. So they were at Dangerfield playing 7-on-7, and I believe there may have been a little bit of friendly competition that day, and the Waskom Wildcats are looking to get the Hawkins Hawks back here. I guess this is
so I'm going to take it
4
by
or 5 months.
that Hawkins won in 7-on-7.
In Dangerfield, I believe they did. The Hawkins Hawks has a pretty good up-and-coming young quarterback, and he is been opening it up in the air. The Hawkins Hawks have had a pretty decent season, although tonight doesn't matter for them either way. They will not be playing postseason. This is an 8-district in our region. We had obviously 4 groups in our region, 4 districts. Ours was 8-team district. Then if you go up into District 9, they were 7 teams. Then over 11 and 12, which 11 is one of the highly competitive ones. We've played a lot of those teams, which was Garrison, Shelbyville in preseason. And then we'll match up with some of those teams in the postseason. And District 11, there was just 6 teams, and in District 12, there were just 6 teams. So Waskom and the other teams here in District 10, they've had to battle it out to get to postseason, and your Waskom Wildcats, as we said, will be number 1 in that seeding. And next week we'll play Paul Pewitt out of District 9, and then we'll go back and play potentially one of those teams we played earlier in the season out of District 11, either Garrison or Shelbyville. And then if we're able to get to the 3rd round, we match up with the big winner out of District 9, Honey Grove.
Well, tonight we come into this game a 29-point favorite.
And I believe last week we were around a 26-point favorite, and the Wildcats came out about a 29-point spread. Their offense has been clicking. Chris Hernandez, the quarterback, running that triple option. He's one of the best we've seen over the years, and we've seen a few good ones here through the years running the triple option, started by Coach Keeling and his team, and now we have Coach Lawson has just come in and just done a stellar job. His first season here at Waskom, and the players have taken into his program and his leadership.
I think he's kind of put his own stamp on things here.
He has, and he's done a really good job on and off the field. And we are reaping the benefits with the team going into postseason
as district champions.
And I think we're still a little underestimated, especially when we get to round 2 and 3 of the playoffs. And everybody is, I'm being pretty optimistic there. I really think the Wildcats will get to that region final and potentially the semifinals, which would probably meet up with the Refugio, Bobcats.
I think the Wildcats are getting ready to come onto the field, Michael. You want to go out?
Yeah, let's see,
take
because they have a
listen?
special song. We're going to go out here to the field as the Wildcats make their way onto the field. All right, now we're still doing the school songs. And I think they're finishing up the Waskom school song.
They did. They finished theirs. That was the other team.
So we have 1 minute 45 seconds. We're counting down to the kickoff. And the Wildcats are in their tunnel with their spirit line of the cheer squad and the bells.
And they're waiting on their music.
Yep. Here, I think they're coming. Let's see.
Here we go.
They got the fog machines going. They anticipate having some other equipment going, but the weather, I believe, put a damper on that. Here they come, your Waskom Wildcats. All right, the Waskom Wildcats have made it onto the field, folks.
And it's a little colored smoke in with that, didn't they?
They did have colored smoke, red and white. And one of the players, he's still running around with a smoke stick. I think that's Jace Calhoun. He's got to get off the field because those will burn the field. I've seen that, and so he's going over to dispose of that. And the Wildcats have their flags that we got this year, some new flags, Waskom flags, Texas flag, the American flag. We're going to get set here for the national anthem. And we're getting real close to kickoff, folks. The officials are ready. We'll have honor America with the national anthem. We're going to go to our sponsors. We're bringing you the game live, 1450 AM, 96.5 FM.
96.9 FM.
1450 AM.
AM. Or YouTube on Waskom Football Live.
So,
all courtesy of East Texas Today, KMHT, the sports beat of East Texas.
So we'll be back with the captains and the opening kickoff.
No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat!
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
All right, back here live, Jimmy E Cox Stadium. Waskom Wildcats getting set to finish out the season here against the Hawkins Hawks. And we're getting set to bring out the captains to the center of the field. The Whitecaps calling the teams out, and they are heading out to the field. You see the captains tonight for Hawkins. It's 50. Julie, will you help me with those? Is that 55?
55.
So 55 would be Marcus Richard,
1,
Cody Lata,
5,
Larry Mongol,
and 2.
and Carter Snyder. And for your Waskom Wildcats, it's number 5, Jace Calhoun, number 4, Kelton Williams, number 21, Leo Agundes, and number 9, Elijah Motkins. And those are all senior captains tonight. Senior night here, and they're wearing their blackout for senior night. Oh. I see who won the toss. So it looks like they're checking with Hawkins, and they're flipping the coin. It lands. And they're asking the Waskom Wildcat captain what he wants to do, and now they're checking with Hawkins. So Waskom's going to defend the north end zone, and Hawkins is going to defend the south end zone, and they will receive the ball first as Waskom is deferred to the second half.
The first half kickoff tonight will be brought to you by Holloway Carpet, serving East Texas with all your flooring needs since 1971.
So we're set for the kickoff. Chris Hernandez will be kicking off to the Hawkins Hawks. So now it's time for Jersey with Julie.
Well, Michael's already given you a little glimpse of what the Wildcats are wearing. Hawkins is in white uniforms with royal blue numbers and silver helmets, or white helmets.
I believe they're white.
It is a little hard to see tonight as this mist in this kind of overcast.
And they're gloss, so they're kind of shining with the lights.
Waskom, like Michael mentioned earlier, is in their blackout uniform. I'm sure that the boys probably got to choose tonight since it's senior night, and I know they love that black uniform.
Well, it's the first time we've had the helmets like that. How are those
It's the matte
designed?
black helmet with the metallic maroon numbers on the sides, kind of reminiscent of the Alabama helmet.
So it looks like one of the Wildcats is staying in October. He's got, but it's more, I don't know, it looks more red than pink. And Hawkins is back at the 10-2, ready to receive. I can't catch their numbers because, as Julie mentioned, the glare on their white uniforms are tough to pick up here in the press box. We'll catch them as they get to moving. So we're set here, folks, 0-0, and the kick is going over here to the left side of the field, over the head into the end zone and out the back of the end zone. That was number 16 that was out there trying to field that, but Chris just put a foot in it. Trevin Tanner was attempting to catch that and it went out of the back of the end zone. They'll take over 1st and 10 on a touchback. So the weather's holding out pretty good. We were expecting a little more rain.
Got a call earlier from our son. He's in the DFW area, and it's storming really bad there. Hopefully it doesn't come this way.
So Hawkins, they are breaking out the sideline there, getting their last instructions from their coach. They'll set up in the shotgun, pistol formation, receiver out wide left. He slaps for the ball. He rolls right, looking to pass right off, and he overthrows his receiver in and out of the hands of
Just off the
his
tip of
receivers.
number 2's hands there.
The intended receiver was Carter Snyder. So as we mentioned, that's Brody Warren, number 15. The quarterback is a freshman for Hawkins. He's had a pretty good season, and he's only a freshman, so he sits in the shotgun. He's going to spread, motion one of his slot receivers over in front of him, going right, and he gives it to his fullback up the middle, and he's going to pick up 1 yard.
They were quick on that play, weren't they?
They were. I didn't even have time to look up almost, and they were slapping for the ball.
Their defense seemed to be set, though. They must be probably have studied some film and know that they run some quick plays.
Yeah, fast offensive series. But they slowed down slightly here. They got trips right, one out wide left. Oh, yeah, the quarterback's over on the sideline, so the fullback is already waiting in the pistol there.
Talking to the coach. He ran back. Now he's coming back onto the field.
11 minutes, 14 seconds, 0-0 here in Waskom. Slaps for the football, gives it to his fullback, and he's going to go back up the middle and stopped right at the line of scrimmage. DeAndre Prince, number 57, Leo Agundez, number 21, and other Wildcats.
That'll be a quick 3 and out for
Hawkins.
I'm sure they're going to punt.
Look at that, number 77 coming in. Yeah, he's a big gentleman.
He's a big feller.
Julian Griffin. Wildcats are backing up in their punt team. Joe Irvin, Kelton Williams, 10 and 4 respectively, set to return the punt. Looks like number 5's coming back out here, Julian. They're not going to punt. Number 15, the quarterback, has his fullback to the right side of him. He's the punter too.
He's the punter too.
The freshman is a punter and a quarterback, and Wildcats going to let it roll, and they're going to start their offense in Wildcat territory. The ball is down at the 31 by number 2 for Hawkins.
Yeah, it took a good Hawkins Hawk bounce.
It did. Carter Snyder there for the Hawkins Hawks. Waskom coming out here on offense.
The ball will be on their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Michael mentions the score still 0-0 with 10 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
DeAndre Prince is the center. You have your 2 guards, Brody Ball, number 55, and Daniel Garcia, number 52. Your 2 tackles are Harley Martin, number 56, and number 50, John Patrick. Chris Hernandez is under center. They're in a tight flex bone formation. Gets the snap, and he pitches it out of the I formation to Kelton Williams. He following Nate Espy. He breaks a tackle at the 45. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. And he's in the end zone, folks. Kelton Williams running a sweep right out of the I formation, led by number 22, Nate Espy. 9 minutes, 58 seconds. The Wildcats score on their first offensive play.
From their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, so what is that real quick? That's a 64-yard. Yep, 64-yard touchdown. Kelton Williams, number 4, for your Waskom Wildcats. Chris Hernandez will come out here and try to attempt the extra point. So that was really quick.
That was really quick.
We're going to have to be fast tonight, aren't we? 9 minutes, 58 seconds, 6-0, and they're going for 2. Chris Hernandez under center, tight flex bone formation, and they're going to give it to a different guy out of the I formation. Let's see if he didn't make it. So we stopped right there at I think that was Leo Agundez. So some different formations for the Wildcats in the backfield. Unsuccessful in the extra 2 points.
Now, why do you think they might have made that decision, just to try some different things before we get into the playoffs?
I think so, and as I mentioned, I think there's a little beef going between the Wildcats and the Hawks.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
And I believe we will see as the game goes on. They just want to get as many scores as they can get.
Yeah, Michael mentioned that earlier, if you weren't with us, that these 2 teams met in 7-on-7 this year, had a little friendly rivalry, got started there. And I'm assuming Hawkins came out on top. I don't know the score, but the guys are wanting a little revenge tonight for that. So
Hawkins and Waskom have only met 4 times. This will be the 5th. They had 2 regular seasons and 2 playoff matchups over the years, and these 2 teams haven't met a lot. So it's interesting for you Waskom Wildcat fans. We're seeing some different teams as we realign this year. Same as in the postseason. Once we get past the first 2, if we can get past the first 2, which I believe the Wildcats will, we'll start seeing some teams. Potentially that Honeygrove team is one I'm looking forward to. Chris kicks it down the field on the ground. He picks up at the 10. The Hawks are at the 25, and the Wildcats are going to stop them there at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 Hawkins from their own 28-yard line. We have 9 minutes, 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter, and the score is Waskom 6, Hawkins 0.
So the Wildcats did not have a JV game last night. Hawkins didn't have a JV team.
Oh, that touchdown was brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire. Our family keeping your family rolling since 1970.
Wildcats defense is out there because Hawkins is already set there in the spread. Oh, and they get a motion. They're going to back up 5. A little too fast for the offensive line. So Hawkins has 2 receivers on each side out wide in that spread. Couple looks like one back there is going to be on his right side and not in that pistol set. Number 15 is leading the Hawks. Freshman quarterback, Brody Warren. He's looking to pass, and he has it's knocked down at the line by DeAndre Prince, number 57.
I saw that DeAndre got his hands on that, didn't he?
Yes. It was intended for Braden Givens, number 8. Incomplete.
I wish he could have caught that.
Yeah.
He'd have been in the end zone.
It was in a catchable zone. 15 is already set. They're in a tight. It looks like a little movement, but they didn't call it. And the back runs straight up the middle and picks up maybe 4.
Bring him back just ahead of the original line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up about 3rd and 8.
Hawkins is getting set really quick. Again, I was going to give you your defensive lineup tonight, but Brody Warren is ready to go. He's motioning back in front of him, coming back to this left side. I'll have 2 receivers and 1 to the right. He's checking with his receivers. Now he's motioning the slot back to the left. He's going to take it and give it to the fullback off tackle, and he'll be back to the line of scrimmage with no gain.
So that'll bring up 4th down again for the Hawkins Hawks.
So on that defensive line right now is Harley Martin, 56, with his cousin DeAndre Prince, 57, the inside guys. It looks like we have a guy back. We've had a guy out for a few weeks, number 79, Caleb Mann, on the inside there with DeAndre Prince, and then Leo Agundez, our big defensive end on the left side. Linebackers have been Nate Espy, number 22, number 10, Joe Irvin, and number 50, John Patrick. We're setting up in point to receive the punt, but the Wildcats are just staying here because the punter is the quarterback, and they stay in an offensive set look, and they are going to do a counter left with number 2, and he's not going to get the edge.
Oh, that hurts them too, because that gives the Wildcats 1st and 10, and the Hawkins almost the red zone.
Yeah, so number 23, Montez Thompson, was right on that, and then Harley Martin, number 56, come in and help him finish that off. That's a really bold call there.
That is. The Wildcats will get the ball 1st and 10 on the Hawkins 27-yard line with 8 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter, already up 6-0. Dangerous spot there for the Hawkins.
So here's the Wildcat offense, and if you're a Wildcat fan, you would probably say, well, that's not a very smart decision. Chris Hernandez under center, flex bone, motion right, Kelton Williams. He's going back to pass, and he draws a go right. He's got a receiver, and he's hit early. Yeah, he was hit early.
Oh, and there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, so I believe that was Kelton Williams. No, that's Joe Irvin, number 10. That was the intended receiver. And the ball was there, and the defender hit Joe before the ball got there, actually. So that'll move him up 15 into the red zone.
The red zone coverage tonight is brought to you by Jim Ammerman Law Firm. If you need a personal injury attorney, call Jim Ammerman, 903-200-8888. Our clients become family.
So that moves the ball down to the 19-yard line, or the 13-yard line, 13-yard line. Chris under center, flex bone. He gives it to Nate Espy. No, he does that option and pitches it, pulls that and gives it to Kelton, and Kelton's going to be into the end zone.
Kelton Williams again for his 2nd score of the night.
So 13-yard touchdown by Kelton Williams. And the Wildcats go up 12-0.
Let's see what they decide to do for these extra points now.
Well, they may actually go for 2
Pick that at
here
one
to
if
get
they
it back
missed,
even. 8 minutes, 5 seconds. Wildcats are up 12-0. We're going to stay here and see where we make this extra point, and then we'll take a quick break. Wildcats are going to go for 2. Got a receiver out wide left. Tight end in now on that flex bone formation. Nate Espy is going to be up in a blocking back position, and we're going to pitch it Oh, they're giving it to a senior.
That's 57.
DeAndre Prince.
DeAndre Prince.
Gets
for
him
the-
a 2-point conversion. That's a good play.
Yeah, that was
So
a
that
neat
may have been
one.
what happened because Leo's a senior too, and that's
Yeah.
what they're doing. So, folks, 14-0, 8 minutes, 5 seconds. We'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
All right, we're back here live, Waskom, Texas. Waskom's up 14-0 at 8 minutes, 5 seconds in the first quarter. Looks like on your kickoff team, number 17, Jamal Buffin, is one of the JV players up here with the varsity. I'll see if I can catch some more of the players move up. Number 11's been here a few weeks, but Maddox Dakota's out there. They're going to return it. He's at the 15, the 20, and he's going to be tackled there at the 24, and there comes a flag. I believe number 2 was the return man for Hawkins, Carter Snyder. It was against Hawkins.
Shot block?
Yeah. And that'll move them back 15.
Wow.
That's going to be some unfavorable field
Has
position.
started this game with some bad, I don't know, bad luck, what do you want to call it, but some bad
Field
decisions, field decisions on the play calls, field positions, and some bad penalties.
Yeah.
Put you in those spots. We know, we've been there before. No fun getting those 15-yard penalties.
So your corners right now tonight are number 5, Jace Calhoun, senior, on the right side. Number 9, Elijah Motkins, a senior, on the left side. Chris Hernandez, number 6, and 23, Montez Thompson are your safeties. They're in a cover 2 set, not very deep, just about 8 yards off the ball. Tight formation by Hawkins. Slaps for the ball. Warren, in fact, pulls it out on a read option, and he's going to run, and that's the best play they've had.
Oh!
First down for Hawkins. Look, he's going to do him. He's proud of his first down. That wasn't the quarterback. That was Braden Givens, number 8.
Bless his heart. That poor referee did a flip on the field there. They took him out. But he jumped back up. He seems to be all right.
And now here comes 15 again. So Braden Givens was in there. Now 15's back in. Brody Warren. Have 2 receivers left and 1 right. And he's going to motion the one from the right cross in front to the left, faking the sweep, and they're going to counter right to 34, and he's hit immediately.
Man, immediately. That was
57, DeAndre Prince.
a loss of, about 3 yards on that play.
Yeah, great defense, and letting those seniors on D-line get a few points is getting them fired up.
Mm-hmm. 7 minutes, 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Wildcats up 14-0. Hawkins has the ball on their own 25-yard line, 2nd, 13.
So we're going to see how this game starts developing. We're still here in the first quarter, and Waskom is doing kind of what they did to Big Sandy. They're dominating Hawkins, and Hawkins was head-to-head with Union Grove and Elysian Fields. 2's motioning across in front. He's rolling out right. Warren's looking to pass. He's got plenty of time. He's motioning, and he got a pass off. Ooh, that's a good attempt to number 8, just slightly overthrown. Braden Givens, the intended receiver.
I got to say, I think he should have had that.
He should have leaped for it at
Yeah,
least. He just kind of reached out.
He didn't really go for it. I think he could have had it.
He didn't want to.
Kind of right in front of him.
He didn't want to go all out.
So it's 3rd down and 13 for the Hawkins Hawks.
15 has a fullback on his left side, 2 receivers right, 1 left. They're kind of close, and they're going to do a reverse left, and we got a defensive line that gets there and falls off, and Nate Espy is going to get him in the grass. So the first up,
Nope.
there's another little
There's
flag.
some flags. I'm not sure
Can you
what
see
that was.
this number right here, Julie? Right here, this guy that's got the white socks, because I think that may be a player that hasn't been out here on the varsity. No, is that John Patrick?
That's John Patrick,
So
with the
number
white
50.
socks.
So John Patrick was the first guy there. He's a player announced for the week. I saw him on one
Yeah,
of the
what
things.
did it say? Unsung Player of the Week. It
Yeah.
was a
Another.
law firm.
Yeah.
It's a law firm, I believe, that gives that award. And
So
that's-
shout out to John
that's
Patrick,
right.
and he was right there, and looked like he may have got.
definitely, he is an awesome defensive player, and many times in there, you know, a lot of times he reminds me of Carter Watson.
Yeah, he does have a statue of him. Not quite as tall, but he does look, the way he moves out on the field and all,
Yeah.
looks a lot like Carter.
Yeah, has the
Watson.
way his play is. He reminds me.
He's
of
always around the ball. Carter was always around the ball on
Yep,
defense.
Carter Watson, a Waskom alumni who's now at the University of Arkansas, plays in the band and is really doing great.
Yeah, doing really good. So here we go, folks. Warren has his team here. They get a first down off a Waskom penalty. Two receivers right. He motions his pistol back, and he's going to throw a screen to him out there, and we're going to get good coverage. And he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Number 8, motioning out of that pistol for a screen right.
6 minutes, 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Waskom still up 14-0. Hawkins has the ball on their own 35-yard line. They're 2nd and 9.
.5:57, the clock is ticking now. 14-0 here in Waskom. Hawkins kind of slowed down a little bit.
I see Big 77 out there on that offensive line.
He's on the left side here, left tackle. Motion to back in front of him, slaps and gives it to the fullback going off tackle right now. He's going to sweep right, and he gets on the edge and picks up 8 before he's finally tackled by number 6, Chris Hernandez, out of that safety position. So Hawkins has got a 3rd down and short.
This is the best position they've been in on 3rd down, I think, this game. See what they'll dial up for some. Just need to get a couple of yards here and see if they can keep moving on down the field.
And the Waskom Wildcats are looking to stop the Hawks here. Slaps for the ball. Warren goes left. Wildcats got good coverage there. Nowhere to get the ball. Montez Thompson covering number 8, the intended receiver.
It's going to bring up 4th down.
No, they should go for this one. The last one they shouldn't.
No, yeah.
This is where they should have put out their little trick play.
Yeah.
But now we will see if they go to that play where they did. Number 8 was doing the quarterback position, or they'll stick with 15. 15's over there with his coach. Wildcats have the same offense, same defense out there. I believe the defensive line's got J.D. Stevens in the middle now instead of Caleb Mann. 15, they're going for it, and he's going to be hit. He spins and still doesn't get it.
Yeah. And that was number 34 there running the ball, trying to get that.
Yeah, Nate Espy, 22, and Harley Martin, 56. There were several other Wildcats there to slow him down, but they brought him down and stopped him on a 4th and 1.
So Wildcats will get the ball on the Hawks' 44-yard line, 1st and 10, with 4 minutes, 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Score still Waskom 14, Hawks 0.
So the Wildcats, when they come out on offense, not much rhythm needed. They're just scoring on the first play.
Yeah, we haven't really got to see them run very many plays because they've run right on into the end zone every time.
But here they come now. Looks like your backs and your offensive players will be the same. In the flex bone, Chris is under center. Motion right, Kelton Williams, and they give it to Kelton on the right side. He's at the 40. He's got blocks. He's at the 25 and the 10.
Kelton Williams runs straight on into the end zone, folks, untouched.
So that was a 44-yard touchdown run. 4 minutes, 37 seconds. Yeah, Hawkins has no answer for Kelton.
Man, if I was them, I think I'd just tell everybody, cover him.
You'd think, they would just overload on them and let somebody else go. But
Of course, we know that if they do that, we have several others that'll take it to the house also. But I would at least try.
20-0, 4 minutes,
It's like they're
37
going
seconds.
for 2 again.
Chris is under center. Got another senior back there, and they pitch it to John Patrick, and John Patrick's going to get in. So we're 2 for 3 for senior 2-point conversions. 22-0. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be
That
right.
touchdown is brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire, our family keeping your family rolling since 1970.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat!
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
All right, Chris Hernandez set to kick off after a touchdown by Kelton Williams, his third of the night. It's going to be bobbled there at the 8. He's going to pick it up and go right, and he gets on the edge there. He's going to be at the 10, the 15, the 20. He's got some room, the 35. And the Wildcats finally get him out there right before getting to the 40.
That's a good attempt there for that young man, because he could have been disaster when he bobbled the ball there.
It looks like number 8 has the most yards, Braden Givens for Hawkins. He's a junior.
Yeah, he did a good job, so brought the ball back out to the Hawkins. They'll have the ball on their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10, with 4 minutes, 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Waskom now up 22-0. See, over in the Hawkins stands, there's a tent. And there's one in the Waskom stands, too. Some people were prepared for that weather.
Hawkins hands off and goes straight up the middle, and he's going to be stopped by Caleb Mann and J.D. Stevens, 79 and 60.
No gain on that play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
So good job by the interior line of your Waskom Wildcat defense. You'd figure they'd run behind 77 on the left side.
Yeah, that's a big old boy.
So the quarterback for Hawkins is over there with his coach. 3 minutes, 53 seconds. First quarter's going down, and the Wildcats are up 22-0. 15 is in the shotgun at the 35. He gets the snap. He's looking right, and he throws it right. And it was close to being picked off.
Oh, man.
Looks like Joe Irvin, number 10, is kind of upset because somebody came in and from the Wildcats and knocked it away from him.
2 players went up. 2 of our players had a better shot on that ball than the intended receiver.
Yeah.
They messed each other up right there, but that's okay. 3rd down and 10 for Hawkins.
The clock stopped on that incompletion. 3 minutes, 38 seconds. 22-0. Waskom's up here. Slaps for the ball. Gives it to his fullback, 34, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage by 22. Nate Espy coming out of that middle linebacker position.
Gonna bring up 4th down.
So 22 or 34 for Hawkins out of that fullback position is Caleb Ard, senior.
They need to tell each other out there, call the ball, like in baseball.
Yeah.
Mine.
Well, I can tell those were 2 running backs for the Wildcats that haven't really got a chance to run the ball, and they were like, this is my opportunity to run the ball.
Here we go.
So Hawkins sits the quarterback just in the shotgun, but he punts out of that 5-yard set. We could probably block that pretty easily here later on tonight. We'll get a jump on that. And we're looking to pick it up, and number 8's just daring us. But they're not going to do it. And the Wildcats take over 1st and 10 at their 34-yard line.
With just under 3 minutes to play, score still Waskom 22, Hawkins 0. Player of the game tonight will be brought to you by East Texas Septic. Owners Randy and Alyssa Pilkington have been providing septic service to the local area for over 20 years. A straight flush beats a full house.
So who do you think is going to get the ball this time? Just pick one.
I'm going to say Nate.
Nate. I think it's going to be Nate and Joe. They'll probably give it to Nate, like you said, then maybe to Joe. But you never know. Watch them. We were up in the box with them with EF. I have a feeling they may go to that same running back. But if they do, these other running backs are going to get antsy. 2 minutes, 51 seconds, 22-0. They got two receivers right.
You got to spread it out. Are they going to have a timeout?
Yeah, I believe they didn't have their personnel correct because they had a
Right,
guy coming out.
Timeouts tonight brought to you by Clay Allen Real Estate. At Clay Allen Real Estate, we care.
We'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud.
All right, back here live. Waskom, they're back out there already. Two receivers right, motion right. We're going to roll out and pass it to a receiver. Joe Irvin's wide open at the 40, 38. He catches it. He's got one guy, and he's not going to get him up. 20, 15, 10, touchdown.
Touchdown by a pass to Joe Irving with 2 minutes, 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Another first play
Yep. And
of the drive. How long was that, Michael?
That's going to be 66. 66-yard pass reception, Joe Irving. He caught it right about the 38, and then the coverage was there, caught up to him, and then he got to his legs but couldn't trip up Joe Irving.
I'll tell you, every facet of their game has just gotten better and better each week, so I do look forward to getting into the playoffs.
And the Wildcats will set up with another senior. Can you see who's in the back there? Oh, no, that senior's having trouble, but they ain't getting down yet. They still ain't got it.
This is hard. Who is that?
Let's see who did that attempt. Oh, that was
Daniel Garcia.
Yeah, Daniel Garcia. So number 52, Daniel Garcia, was unsuccessful, but a good opportunity for the seniors tonight and linemen getting a chance to run the ball. 28-0, 2 minutes, 35 seconds. Are we in the first quarter?
Still in the first quarter.
All right, we'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey, Wildcat fans.
Back here at Jimmy E Cox Stadium, Waskom up 28-0. That last touchdown brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire. Our family keeping your family rolling since 1970.
All right, Chris Hernandez set to kick off. I see a little drizzle on the windows, getting a little bit of rain coming in here. Start the game at 6. Chris Hernandez gets a big high kick. It's going to come down at the 5. Number 8 fields it, and he's at the 10. He's at the 15 and not quite to the 20 yet, and he's not. Well, he's going to get slung, so they may spot it there. But it was a good coverage by 15, Jaden Miner, sophomore for your Waskom Wildcats.
Hawkins will take over 1st and 10 in their own 20-yard line. It's been they've kind of been in this area all night tonight. They got almost close to the 50 one time.
Yeah, they did. And then like you had mentioned, we had a penalty during that series that got them part of the way, but they had
They haven't been in Wildcat territory at all.
So they got 2 receivers left, 1 right, and they're going to they had 2 over there. Motion 1 in front of him. I put 3 on this side, looking to screen to that motion guy. Number 2 gets the screen, and we're going to get him, but he picked up a good 8 yards. That's a good play for the Hawkins Hawks. So the receivers had some good blocks out here on the edge.
I'll bring up 2nd down and a short 2 or a long 1.
Yeah, with 2 minutes and the clock's moving down here in the first quarter. 28-0, your Waskom Wildcats are up. And The Hawks are looking just to get into Wildcat territory. They'll have 3 receivers right, 1 left. Fullback's on his left side, and he's not going to motion anybody to come across, and it's just an off-tackle run to get that first down.
And they'll get it.
Yeah, 34 picked up 7 on that.
That'll be a first down for the Hawkins Hawks. With 1:30 left to play in the first quarter, Waskom still up 28-0.
So
Ball first and 10 on their 20 or 35-yard line.
And the quarterback is over there with his coach.
You hear that? I'm hearing a phone.
Yeah. Somebody's calling in on our dial-in line.
Ah.
Hopefully it don't kick our other line off. Motion right, and he's going to roll right, looking to pass to that motion man, and he gets it to him, and he's going to pick up 9 on that play.
Wow, now that's the best play that they've ran tonight.
So Hawkins gets the ball up to the 45.
And again, that's number 8. Now, so he's definitely been a key player.
Oh, look where they spotted it. They spotted it with a pickup of 11.
Okay, so that gives them a first down, and they're dangerously close to Wildcat territory.
15 is set. They're in the spread. He's got his fullback over to his right a little bit behind him. He's taking some time here. 10 seconds on the clock. Now he's set to get the ball, and he gives it to his fullback, and he's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage by 55 or 56 Harley Martin and 57 DeAndre Prince. So Harley, he is all over that defensive line.
Yeah, he's doing awesome this year.
Mm-hmm.
Always one of our favorite players to watch since he was in youth football. Harley Martin, number 56.
Yeah. Really good young man, and it's good to see him and his cousin and the other players having a good season. They're seniors, those two. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
Your score, Waskom Wildcats 28, Hawkins Hawks 0.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back to the start of the second quarter here in Waskom, Texas.
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat.
Back here live, Jimmy E Cox Stadium. Waskom's up 28-0 the start of the second quarter. Last game of the district season, district play. Hawkins has got a different quarterback, and he's going to keep it and run off tackle, or actually a sweep. And he did the first down sign, but he didn't make the first down.
He's not there yet.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why he thought he was.
I think he just likes doing that
He
pose.
just likes that pose. Okay, that's cool.
You wonder, that's the second time they've done that. They should stick to that for a little bit. And it looks like they are. Number 8's going to move into that quarterback
Bring
position.
up 3rd and 4th, and Hawkins finally moved into Wildcat territory on the Wildcat 47-yard line.
So number 8's set. He's in the shotgun. Number 8 is Braden Givens. He gives it. Ooh, there's a fumble.
Oh.
It's wide open there. 57, DeAndre Prince, senior night, and a senior gets the recovery on the fumble.
And the ball will go to Waskom, and Waskom will take over. 1st and 10 from their 47-yard line.
So just as they got into Wildcat territory, then they turn it over.
They turned it over.
And that was a bobble. That was an unforced error for the Hawkins Hawks, and a great coverage on the ball there by 57 DeAndre Prince.
11 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Wildcats up 28-0. First and 10 Wildcats.
All right, so the Wildcats have the ball on the left hash here, closest to their sideline. Nate Espy is the fullback. Joe Irving, Captain Williams are the slots. Two receivers right, Chris Hernandez under center. Motion right, Captain Williams, and this time Nate Espy gets the ball, and he is going to drag a guy for 6 yards. Be second down and 4 for Waskom. I think maybe 57 on the tackle for Hawkins. Wildcats are in the huddle. Now they get lined up in their offensive formation. Two receivers out wide are on the right side. Chris is now under center. No motion, and he's looking to do a screen, and he gets it to Jackson Hicks, and Hicks is going to be out into Hawks. Oh, it's about a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, first down for Jackson Hicks.
It's a good play, and it's good to get that ball over that defensive edge there.
Yeah. Ball spotted on the Hawks 35-yard line. First and 10 Wildcats.
Now they'll move two receivers left. Chris is under center. He gives it to Nate. No, pulls it out and gives it to Jace Calhoun. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, and Jace is going to get in.
And Jace Calhoun in for a Wildcat touchdown.
35-yard touchdown. 10 minutes, 4 seconds. 35-yard touchdown run. Jace Calhoun. Sporting number 5, his brother's number, and we saw his brother was here tonight. Junebug Johnson in the stands.
How many yards again was that, Mike?
35 yards 35, for Jace Calhoun.
Jace Calhoun. A touchdown tonight brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire. Our family keeping your family rolling since 1970.
All right, here comes the offense, and can you see who will be the honorary fullback? Looks like Harley Martin. Look, he's telling the line a few pointers there where he wants them to do. Chris under center. He's going to pitch it to Harley. He's going to hand off to Harley, and Harley's just barreling up behind some guys. I think he said, "I'm coming behind you."
Was that him, or was that 56 or 55?
Oh, it was Brody.
Yeah, that was Brody Ball, number 55.
Yeah, so Brody got his run. We hadn't seen Harley yet, so
yes.
Harley may be coming up. So I guess Coach was anticipating getting a lot of touchdowns to get these seniors opportunities to do these two-point plays. But, yeah, that was Brody Ball, as Julie said.
And he's
36-0 Wildcats.
Yeah, Brody Ball new to Waskom this year, senior year, came over, and I think he really has been embraced by the team, and he's embraced them and the coaches, so been a good move, I think, for him this year.
Yeah, it's a really good move, and we've had other players come over, and this year is a good year if you're part of the Waskom Wildcats. They already have secured a playoff berth. They're playing Paul Pewitt, 4th-place team in District 9. Waskom is the District 10, Region 3 district champ, and
that game will be next week, Thursday at Marshall. As far as us being able to stream, we're unsure yet on how that'll be available.
Because it goes to playoff rules for
Once
UIL.
you go to playoffs, UIL rules, you have to go through NFHS, which is a subscription service. But sometimes we have been able to get sponsors for those games.
That'll pay for us to do it outside that.
Yeah.
So the ball's kicked and it's going to be fielded at the 10 on the sidelines, and that guy's coming straight up the sideline. And number 2 makes a pretty good return.
I'm sure you follow Waskom ISD Facebook page for more information about the game, how to get tickets, and how to stream the game as it gets closer next week.
And we do hope that we're able to do it outside of that service, because even if we do, when we run through that third party, it's just a challenge for us to get it up, and it's a challenge for people that don't usually subscribe to that be able to find it. But we do. Yes. Our super fan, he's an avid participant of that. He knows how to do all that. He watches all the games all the time. So
a lot of fun tonight seeing all these seniors score. Jace Calhoun just added another score for another senior.
Well, and Jace has been scoring each week more later in the game, so this is an early score for Jace. 15 is back at quarterback, that freshman for Hawkins. Now he's going to motion number 2 out left, and then he's going to do a reverse right to number 8, and we have one man that gets beat, and then 2 other guys get there to stop him. And he's going to pick up 5. Caleb Mann, 79. Number 9, Elijah Hawkins. Number 3 is out there. So they had a replacement. That's Julius Walsh for your sophomore playing safety. He comes in and relieves Chris Hernandez. And I was looking here, looks like number 11's out there at middle linebacker, Maddox Ducote. Moved up a few weeks back. He's a young freshman player. Number 15 is motioning receiver across the front, and I think they had motion there for the Hawks. Going to be a penalty.
Yeah. Yep. Flag on the play. It's against Hawkins, so that's going to back them up. Instead of 2nd down and 3, going to be 2nd down and 8.
I was trying to see. Can you tell that number on the far right cornerback? That may be Chris over there playing cornerback. They do some misdirection, and it's not going to fool the Wildcats.
They went really quick, too. I didn't even know they were ready to go, and they were done gone.
So your defense for the Wildcats have improved through the season and
Man,
looking
they
good.
sure have.
Aiden Corbett's out there on the defensive line now, along with Kayla Mann. Aiden Corbett, 61, 79, Kayla Mann. Hardy Martin's coming out to relieve Leo Agundez at that defensive end on the left. Maddox is out there now. Bubba Jones, number 7, is outside linebacker on the left side. They're going to pass to the left. Ooh, and it's knocked loose. I don't know if they're going to call that a fumble or incomplete. I believe it's incomplete.
Good job.
So a good defensive play by the cornerback on that right side. Can you see that? Is that 8? If that's 8, that's Davion Buffin.
Yeah, I believe that was him.
So Davion Buffin's in playing cornerback on the right side. Jaden Miner is in at linebacker, number 15, Bubba Jones, number 7, and number 11, Maddox Ducote. So a new set of linebackers for you. And they're going to punt, and Nate Espy is backing up number 22. Or no, it's Montez Thompson, number 23. He's at the 50. 15's going to punt, and he's going to punt it to Montez. He's not going to pick it up. He's going to let it bounce. And the ball's going to be downed at the 48-yard line. Waskom going to take over 1st and 10.
8 minutes left to play in the 2nd quarter. Waskom up 36-0.
Do you think we'll get to 50 before the half? That's a pretty big stretch.
We
Probably
could
40.
if we score the first play
Each time?
each time.
So the Wildcats trying to make a statement here. They are been in a tough district. Them and Beckville are ranked pretty strong. Waskom higher than Beckville in the power rating, but then Honeygrove is alone in their district, and then over there you have Garrison and Shelbyville.
Garrison, Shelbyville, there's some tough teams in that district.
There is. 2 receivers left. Chris Hernandez is going to give it to Nate, and Nate's going to come off tackle. He's going to break some tackles and get to the 40, pick up a 1st down in Hawks territory.
1st down for Nate Espy.
That's a good run.
That was a good run.
It's about a 14-yard run, 13 or 14.
Ball on the Hawks' 40-yard line. 1st and 10 Wildcats.
So the Hawks, they like that interior run better than those outside runs because we hadn't seen them touch our outside backs. Under center with 2 receivers right. They're going to pitch it to Nate on a B-back sweep right. Nate's going to get on the edge, and he's out in the open here a little bit. 20-15, breaks the tackle, cuts back in, and he's finally, that was a flag. Oh no. A 30-yard touchdown is going to come back for some unnecessary sportsmanlike activity. And and you probably, if you're on our live feed, can see who it was. Well, that was a good run by Nate Espy, but it's going to come back. 7 minutes, 32 seconds, 36-0.
Looks like is it going to be a spot foul? It's going to come back to the spot of the pin.
Yeah, where it happened.
Yeah.
And mark it off.
So it's still a 1st down.
Yeah,
but not a
Nate
touchdown.
wanted the touchdown. He's not worried about
Or
that.
you mark it off from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, we're going to lose.
So not a 1st down.
Yeah, we're going to lose 6 yards from where we were at. We were at the 30. Now we're going to be at the 36. And the Wildcats have 2 receivers left. I have a feeling they'll run B-back sweep left. Got one slot on the left side, and here it comes, B-back sweep left. Nate Espy at the 40. He's got a stiff arm, and he's not going to get it away from that little guy. He'll be out at the 30.
And we got another flag on the play. The line judge on the Waskom side threw a flag. Right there. Was there a face mask maybe or something?
That's generally holding.
Was it holding? Let's see what he says.
So we're at 7 minutes, 15 seconds. Waskom's up 36-0, and now getting kind of messy with our penalties.
Let's see what the white hat says here.
A face mask.
Face mask.
So they're calling his stiff arm, I guess, was
Yeah.
face
He
mask.
maybe got a little piece of the face mask when he stiff armed.
I think they were saying he was pulling his head sideways, but there you go. We're back at the 45.
1st and 20.
And I have a feeling now they'll give it to one of these slots or throw that ball. 7 minutes, 13 seconds, 36-0 under center, Chris Hernandez. And he's going to keep it because they covered that pitch, and he's going to go up the middle. And he's going to break a tackle. He's going to be at the 35. Now he's at the 30. Chris is making some moves out there and picks up the first down.
Wow. 20-yard run plus for Chris Hernandez on the quarterback keeper.
That's a great run, and it was a good read because Hawkins has finally make a coverage on that pitch to the outside back, and Chris saw it and kept that ball.
Just under 7 minutes to play till halftime. Waskom up 36-0.
Chris gets the ball. He's going to give it to the fullback, and he's going to keep it again. He's going to break out at the 15, the 10, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chris Hernandez. 23-yard touchdown run. So, folks, we're going to give another shout-out to Chris Hernandez because he has been orchestrating the triple option very well. And here tonight you can see it kind of in slow motion because Hawkins is not putting up very good defensive battle against it. But as they adjust it to that outside run, now Chris is just taking it off tackle.
Touchdowns tonight brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire. Our family keeping your family rolling since 1970.
And 42-0, 8 points away from the 50 mark here. It's 6 minutes, 51 seconds.
Who gonna get that
Now
ball
that's Harley there.
Now that's Harley Martin.
Because he's quite tall. And look, there comes Aiden. Aiden's always getting out there at the second. We're going to pitch it to Harley, and Harley's going to have to run. Look, Julie, you got to go through a whole line. Let him have it. No, they ain't going to give it to him. Oh, Harley should have kept those feet moving.
He was so close, so close.
I think he committed on the hit a little too early and got off balance because they weren't ready to give the hit back.
He's used to laying them hits.
Yeah. But a good attempt there by Harley Martin. So now what is that? I think we are 3 for 6.
How many more seniors do we have to
We're 3 for 6.
Attempt those extra points?
Maybe they'll go back around to the ones that didn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back through them.
6 minutes, 51 seconds, 42-0. Waskom's up over the Hawkins Hawks. We're going to stay here as the Wildcats get set to kick off to the Hawkins Hawks.
Waskom up 42-0 and still just under 7 minutes to play in the half. So definitely we could make it to 50.
And we had the this here was not one of our cleanest possessions. Had several penalties that put us back. Only one that really cost us because he knew it was a bonehead move on his part, calling back the touchdown. We definitely don't want to do that in postseason.
The last Hawkins offensive set, they were able to run a little bit more time off the clock than they have the first set, so that's what they need to be looking to do.
Chris Hernandez kicks it down the middle. It's going to hit at the 16, picked up at the 15, and number 8 is coming straight up, number 2 coming up the middle. And he's going to be met by a lot of Wildcats. And I like the way the Wildcats are moving to the ball, not just 1 or 2 guys, but 5 or 6 to 8 guys are getting to the ball. That's what we need to see here from the Wildcats.
If you're Hawkins, you just want to see some time come off of that clock.
Yeah. What time? So we started early tonight based on the weather. We're still not at 7 when we generally would start the game. So it's a pretty good move because I see a little more rain moving in.
Yep.
I could see that team, the throwing in the towel at halftime.
Yeah, you can see the rain. It's really coming down out there now,
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah. So Hawkins has two receivers right. He's got his fullback on his left side. Warren calls for the ball, gives it to his fullback, and he's going to try to get off tackle, and he does. Picks up a few before met by number 4, Kelton Williams.
Let's see if we can get any other area scores.
He picks up 2. That's good. Good tackling by your cornerback there, number 4, Kelton Williams. Wildcats bring it. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Honeygrove and Pewitt played last night. I think, did you mention that? Honeygrove won 42-18. And Pewitt's who will be playing next Thursday. Timpson, St. Augustine, they've already played. Timpson won 40-10. Right now, Jefferson up over Tatum 6-0 at the half. Beckville over Ore City 46-0.
So they got this reverse going, but Bubba Jones gets a hold of him and then gets some help from some other Wildcats, brings him down.
Good job, Bubba. ARP is up 6-0 over West Russ at the half. Elysian Fields and Harleton shows they're still starting at 7, so that game
They ain't even started.
that game hadn't started yet or is about to start. Union Grove over Big Sandy 21-6. Redwater over Hugh Springs 15-14. New Diana over Elkhart 28-16. And then the rest of the games all say not starting until 7. Oh, except Dangerfield. They are up over New Boston 28-0. Still waiting on Mount Pleasant, Hallsville, Marshall and White House, Shelbyville, Hemp Hill, and Woking and Garrison, which will be a good game.
Hawkins throws a screen, and he almost threw a backwards lateral. It's incomplete. Bring up a 3rd down. 5 minutes, 6 seconds here in Waskom. 42-0. Waskom's up over the Hawks. It's second down and 10. I call it 3rd, but it's actually 2nd down and 10. The Whitehead is trying to get that clock moving. It's incomplete on the pass, or it stops on the pass, incompletion. Number 2 is going to run up the middle. He's going to get a pretty good gain. He's out in the open, and he's going to score. Wildcats have went to their backup defense, and number 8 is going to get in for a 61 yard.
Hawkins. And which number was that?
Number 8.
Number 8. He is a good player for them. And how many yards did you say, Michael?
61 yards.
61 yards. And Hawkins put some points on the board with just 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the half. Let's see what they're going to draw up for extra point.
I think they're going to kick. Or maybe not. And that looks like 15's in there at the quarterback. Motion right, and he's going to do that counter reverse. And they're going to be in for 2 points, 42-8. 4 minutes, 42 seconds left in the half. We'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
All right, we're back here live, Waskom, Texas, 1450 AM, 96.9 FM, easttexastoday.com. You can catch the internet radio feed, and we're at home here in Waskom, so we're up on our Waskom Football Live YouTube page.
All touchdowns tonight brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire, our family keeping your family rolling since 1970. Big thank you to all our sponsors for sponsoring us the Waskom Wildcat games this season, and KMHT for helping us to get you all the action.
So 4 minutes, 40 seconds. They got the clock going now. The rain's coming in, and I believe the officials, he keeps winding his arm, and the Wildcats haven't even got out there to receive the kickoff.
I want to run that clock.
Running the clock. So the Wildcats just have one guy, and he's on the right hash. He's at the 25. They're anticipating an onside kick. So The guys are moving up on the right side, and he's going to kick it kind of down to the outside line, and it's going to stay in. Oh, no, it rolled out. It's almost a perfect kick, but almost doesn't count.
And horseshoes.
And what else?
I don't remember.
So 3 minutes, 45 seconds, and the clock is running here, too, on changeover. Dude, this is like the Big Sandy second half.
And nothing can be as quick as that.
I don't know. It's getting pretty quick. Every time I look up, it's getting quicker. The Wildcats holding on with a 42-8 lead. Looking to score again here before the half. Here comes the offense. It looks like the Wildcats will keep their starting offense. Only one. Nope, that's Jace at the receiver on the left. One receiver change out there on the right. They're going to give it to the fullback. No, pitch it to number 4. 40, 50. He's going to run between two guys at the 35, and that's going to be Elijah Hawkins.
That's number 9.
Elijah, I could tell once he kicked in that kick. Number 9, Elijah Hawkins is. I would like to get a race between Elijah and Kelton. Both of those guys are really fast.
He did kick it into a different gear there, didn't he?
Yeah, ran right between two defenders. And did you pick up, I think that's a 70-yard touchdown run. And that was a fast one, too.
That was fast.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, but see, they're running the clock. I told you, there goes that clock. We'll be out of here by 7:30. They'll probably skip halftime. I bet the concessions, they won't let them.
They got to sell that food.
They got to sell that food and raise some money for the
This is the last
seniors.
game. You don't want to be left with stuff.
Chris Hernandez set the kick now, so they're not going back through the seniors. Got to get that kick up, and he's going to split the uprights. Chris Hernandez successful on that kick.
Got to get to some practice on those kicks.
So
49-8, your Waskom Wildcats. That touchdown brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire. With just under 2 minutes left to play, and the clock is still ticking. So
we're going to stay here. We're not going to take a break because we'll get to our sponsors here at halftime because they're not stopping the clock. And our clock guy said, "Oh, we're not running the clock tonight."
they got told, I guess.
Yeah, they got overruled.
You can see that rain coming down. It's like this light mist, but it's real steady. You can see it kind of going sideways.
Mm-hmm. So Hawkins, they're set to receive the kickoff.
Starting at 6 was probably a good idea. I think some of these games that waited until 7, they should have moved that game up. Now, I don't know. It may not be doing this everywhere, I guess.
So Chris is getting set to kick. And
clock's down to a minute.
We may just get the kickoff before halftime. I wonder if they'll stop it for the Hawks so they can get out there and get an offensive opportunity. Chris kicks a squib kick to the left side, and it hits the player. Now he's going to throw the flag. Yeah, I thought he touched it as well, but they're going to give the benefit of the doubt to number 16 for Hawkins.
I think he tried to get it.
I think it hit him on accident. He didn't touch it. He touched him. But
it's 30 seconds now left on the clock.
And they're still running it. I don't think they're going to get a playoff. I'm wondering if they're going to come back out. I mean, I understand running the clock, but it's pretty fast. So, folks, we're going to not see any more offense.
They're not even going to come back out for a play. They're going to go ahead and head on.
I think we may ought to wave at them because I'll really be surprised if they come back.
Michael thinks they're not coming back after halftime.
That one guy, he's like, I'm getting to the bus first. I got back seat. I always used to like to get the back seat on the bus.
Did you like the back seat of the bus?
I used to have to ride like an hour and a half. Where I live was far, and you used to like to hit them bumps and try to see if your head would hit the ceiling.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's what happened to you. Your head hit the ceiling too many times on that bus.
So, folks, we got 28 minutes set here for halftime. We got 28 minutes set for halftime. We're going to have some halftime
entertainment.
We'll try to get some of the band out here. We're going to go to our sponsors real quick, and we'll come back out and try to get some of that halftime entertainment and give you a first half wrap up.
5-Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat!
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five-Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat!
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five-Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat!
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five-Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat!
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five-Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
All right, we're back here live in Waskom, Texas, Jimmy E Cox Stadium. Your Waskom Wildcats are on fire tonight, senior night, 49-8, up over the Hawkins Hawks. We had mentioned earlier, these two teams only met 4 times. They're 2-2. Looking like the Wildcats will pull ahead at 3-2. We're going to give a first half wrap up. Wildcats came out really quick, 9 minutes. Well, they stopped Hawkins on a 3-and-out, got the punt. First play of scrimmage, 9 minutes and 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Kelton Williams ran in a 64-yard touchdown, and for the first 6 touchdowns or 7 touchdowns, we were watching the seniors attempt 2-point conversions out of the fullback position, getting to run the ball. So the first senior, Leo Agundez, he did not make it in, so it made it 6-0. 8 minutes and 5 seconds when the Wildcats got the ball the second time. Kelton Williams got the ball and ran in a 13-yard touchdown run. And then the 2-point conversion was successful. That was DeAndre Prince. Made the score 14-0. Waskom went up over the Hawks. 4 minutes, 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Waskom gets the ball, and again, they pitch it to Kelton Williams, a 44-yard touchdown run into the end zone, untouched. Then the extra 2-point conversion was successful again. And, I may have missed one there. No, I got it right. And then 22, I'm not going to remember all the 2-point conversions because I don't look like I wrote them down. So 22-0, Waskom went up. I believe that was John Patrick on that extra point or 2 points successful conversion. 2 minutes 33 seconds in the first quarter. Wildcats come out and with a pass, Chris Hernandez throws it deep to Joe Irving for a 66-yard touchdown reception. Wildcats go for 2 and they're unsuccessful. I believe that was Daniel Garcia trying that 2-point conversion. 28-0, nevertheless, the Wildcats went up over the Hawks, just scoring on every first possession or every first down of each possession. Then we got to the second quarter, 10 minutes and 4 seconds. Jace Calhoun came in on that slot running back position wearing his brother's number 5. Gets in on a 35-yard touchdown run, and the Wildcats cap it off with a 2-point conversion. I believe that was Brody Ball. Made the score go up 36-0. Then 6 minutes 51 seconds, Waskom QB Chris Hernandez gets in the action on the touchdowns. 23-yard touchdown run. Extra point attempt was not successful. 42-0. The Wildcats went up over the Hawks. Then 4 minutes 42 seconds left in the second quarter. The Hawks finally get on the board. Number 8 runs in a 60-yard run. Wildcats allowed the Hawks to get in the end zone. They went for 2 and were successful. 42-8, the Wildcats up over the Hawks. Then right before the half, the clock has been running since this point. 2 minutes 52 seconds left in the half. A run by Elijah Hawkins, a 70-yard run. Big run by Elijah Hawkins. Gets in the end zone. I know Chris kicks the extra point that time. Waskom goes up, and that's where we're at the half. 49-8. Waskom up over the Hawkins Hawks. See if we can get out here and catch some of the halftime action for you here in Waskom.
Hey, for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler.
All right, well, we had a technical difficulty. Our outside mic had come loose or lost the connection, so we had to get that fixed. Now we have that, and we'll be able to get the band here in a second. Julie, give us a recap of what I just missed there on the outside sound.
The Bells did a little dance there, and they had their parents out there with them. Their moms danced with them. It was super sweet. Super sweet little dance there by the Bells and their moms.
Well, that is good. So the band is getting set up out there. That's interesting. Usually in the rain, we see them.
I was wondering about their instruments and how that would affect them, because the rain is coming down. You're probably starting to see it on the screen because we're seeing that rain starting to build up now. We did put some Rain-X on our windows. We put Rain-X on the glass tonight to try to help keep it visible, but it's just rained too much now, and it's starting to build up, so you're going to see some blur from the rain.
But hopefully it holds out here to finish out the night. So the Wildcat band is set, and they're going to be going quick. We'll go out here and see if we can pick up some of their performance. The rain's coming down really heavy now, so we're not going to be able to catch much of the halftime show.
They're going to have to run them instruments to that band.
So we're going to go to our sponsors and hopefully catch some more second half. I don't know if the rain's going to slack off or not. So we'll be right back with the second half here at Waskom Stadium. 8 minutes left of halftime.
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat!
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey Wildcat fans, this is Josh Manus, attorney at law. Let's all support the Wildcats for a great season every Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a long playoff season as well. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, check us out at joshmanus.com. No longer do you need to call anyone in Dallas or Tyler. Since January 1 of this year, we've had over $10 million in verdicts and settlements. Check out our website at joshmanus.com.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet. At both our Ford and Chevrolet stores, we take pride in supporting athletics in our local communities. In our experience, athletic programs teach kids valuable lessons like teamwork, perseverance, and character. So from all of us at Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, go Wildcat!
The Waskom Independent School District, a leader in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities, teaching our children the importance of being good citizens, the desire to attend major universities, and come back home with an education to grow the community in East Texas. With grades pre-K through 12, the Waskom Independent School District is proud of their faculty and staff and their commitment to the very best for all students. Go Wildcats!
Five Star Builders, the leader in barn construction and barn dominium construction, garage, storage buildings, all for you the way you want them. We have the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have the qualified men to do the job right for you. Check it out. Call 903-407-7627 to get a qualified representative to come speak to you. That's 407-7627. Go Wildcats!
All right, we're back here in a rainy E Cox Stadium.
Man, and that rain is coming down now.
Wasn't able to get the outside sound. It's too much rain for our mic. But if you were watching the live feed, you got to see. It's the first time I've seen our band perform in the rain.
That was some rain, too. I mean, that wasn't just sprinkles. It started pouring, and they stayed out there and finished their show. And kudos to the Hawkins band who stood and watched that also, did their routine and then stood and watched. A few area scores tonight in the third quarter. Tatum up over Jefferson 7-6. I believe that's supposed to be a big game. Jefferson was really looking to dominate, and looks like Tatum has got an answer for them tonight. Elysian Fields and Harleton. This is a win for the fourth seed in our district tonight. Whichever one of them wins will go in fourth place. The other one will stay home.
Yep.
At the playoffs, Harleton is up 14-0. They're still in the second quarter of that game. Union Grove up over Big Sandy 21-6. They're at the half. Redwater up 15-14 over Hugh Springs. Close game right now at the half. New Diana 42-24 over Elkhart. Still waiting on scores from Joaquin Garrison, Hemp Hill, Shelbyville, which are both games we're interested in seeing some scores. Hey, those Hallsville Bobcats up 10-0 right now over Mount Pleasant. Hallsville also needs to win that game, I believe, by 10 points tonight to make the playoffs. Dangerfield up over New Boston 42-6, and White House up over Marshall 7-0 in the second quarter. Interesting games going on tonight, and we'll keep you updated on those scores.
Now, did you see anything on the Garrison walk-in game?
No score yet.
No score.
No score on that one or the Shelbyville Hemp Hill.
Yeah, we're more.
Michael's bad if you guys don't know at home. Even though you heard me say that, you see, he doesn't usually hear me say things till I've said it twice.
Yeah, well, and I just wanted to reiterate that game because it's important for the second round playoff matchup for the Waskom Wildcats.
Now,
So,
if you're a wife at home tonight, you probably understand exactly what I'm talking about. It's just a husband-wife thing.
but as I was mentioning, I was trying to bring up the fact that that's an important game for the second round for your Waskom Wildcats.
Okie dokie.
So here comes the Wildcats, and the rain is kind of subsiding a little bit. Hopefully our camera will be able to pick up some more now because that rain pour, as Julie mentioned when I was listening, it was very heavy. And I was very impressed with the band. I'll say it again, out there performing in their raincoats and doing what they do. And so a shout out to the band.
I see the referees went and got them a little rain gear on at halftime.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They could get prepared. But getting ready to start the second half. The second half kickoff tonight will be brought to you by Holloway Carpet, serving East Texas with all your flooring needs since 1971. Waskom up 49-8, getting ready for this second half kickoff.
And the Wildcats get the first possession here, setting off with a kick return team. And it's, as you mentioned, the officials are running with those jackets, and the wind is,
Looks like a cape.
yeah, trying to blow it off of
Super ref.
And then we have our group on a mule flying around the track.
Also, they had started running the clock during the second quarter, into the second quarter, so we'll have to see if that continues.
Yeah, I mean, you would
As we
think it would
start the
have
third.
to because it wouldn't make sense to not do it, but
Yeah.
we'll see once they get it going what they do. I can still hear the rain hitting the 10. Now they're set. The whistle's blown. The kicker for Hawkins is fixing a kick to the Wildcat. The ball is going to be kicked over about the middle. Fielded by Nate Espy, and he's faking a reverse, and he's going to get back to the 30. He's going to be out to the 20, 35, 40. And he's not going down too easy, but he'll be stopped at the 42.
Wildcats will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line.
Looks like the starting offensive line will come back out. DeAndre Prince is the center. 2 guards. Brody Ball, 55. Daniel Garcia, 52. 56, Harley Martin, and 50, John Patrick.
I got to tell you, folks, I didn't bring a raincoat or an umbrella, so I'm not looking forward to my walk to the car.
Well, I was fixing to say you're in the box for now, so you're good and dry. But maybe it'll slack off for you when we leave out. Now the Wildcats are going to put Nate Espy out at receiver on the right side. Leo Agundes is in at the fullback. 1 slot on the left side. Now we got another slot running out. No, it's going to be quarterback. It's going to be Kelton Williams under center. Oh, and he bobbles a wet ball, and he got to fall on that wet ball. Oh, and he picks up. Montez Thompson picks it up, and he's sliding everywhere, but he gets about a 7-yard pickup.
Man, that was crazy right there. I didn't even see that he had picked the ball up. I thought Montez was down with the ball, but
So-
they still made a good pickup on that play.
Now, I don't know if Chris didn't have his equipment ready because he's coming right back out. So a good fill in there by our backup quarterback, Kelton Williams, number 4.
They picked up 6 yards to bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Wildcats.
And Wildcats will have a receiver to the left and to the right. Now they're going to switch Nate out and put in 84, which is a JV player. We'll get his name here in a second. Go in the I formation. Chris is going to be able to hang on to it barely.
And you can tell right now, folks, that ball being wet is causing some issues.
Especially on this option where you got to pull it out. 84 for your Waskom Wildcats out here at receiver tonight is
So they're switching the ball out, refs switching the
Caden
ball out
Irving.
again,
Caden
trying to keep a
Irving.
dry ball in there, but you're not going to be able to keep it dry with the rain coming down like it is.
Caden Irving is the cousin of Joe Irving, number 10. Under center, Chris Hernandez. He gets the ball. He's going to pull it out, and he gets the pitch, and they're able to handle the pitch. That's Jace Calhoun. He gets a good stop, and he's up the field at the 43.
Be a
of
first
the
down
Hawkins Hawks.
for Jace Calhoun.
That's good to run on this wet turf. He was able to stop and change his direction a little.
Move him into Hawks territory. Jace, Michael mentioned earlier, is a senior, and he walked in the senior night earlier tonight with his brother, Junebug Johnson, from those state championship team of 14?
14 and 15. The Wildcats are actually at the 41, so Jace picked up 2 more yards than I said, so don't want to short Jace on his run. 2 receivers right. Chris is under center. He's going to pitch it to a B-back sweep with Leo Agundez at the 40. He's at the 30, and he evades a tackle and picks up a few more before having to go out of bounds.
It's another first down for the Wildcats.
Yes, the 14th and the 15th. In the 2013, we made it to the semis, and we faced off against Refugio in Houston in the Houston Texans Stadium.
Yeah, Reliant Energy Stadium. And Refugio right now is in the number 1 spot in 2A ball. So should we make it deep into playoffs, we could run into Refugio.
They would be
again.
they would be the semifinal game if we were to get there. Chris under center, 2 receivers left. Gives it to the fullback. No, he didn't. What happened? Oh, the ball's all over the place, but Jace is able to pick it up.
Jace Calhoun picked the ball up. This is the most offense we ran tonight because we've scored on almost every first possession. But that ball in the wet field conditions is challenge.
And Hawkins, they like playing in the rain. Most students do.
Yeah.
And they've come to life here trying to grab a hold of that wet ball.
Bring up second down and almost 20.
2 receivers left. Chris under center. Motion left. Jace Calhoun. They're going to pitch it to Jace. See if he's got to stop on that wet ground. He's going to come back right. He brings it all the way back. Chris is going to get a good block there by your quarterback. He's it's just buying time by Jace. Jace still ain't going. He's trying to run the clock out.
Yeah.
And I think he picked up maybe 1, but we're already behind on the stick, so he may have picked up a few more. So
He was here. He was there. He was everywhere.
yeah, and it's interesting. The Wildcats are rotating different players in different spots. Chris is under center in the traditional flex ball. Motion right. They're going to go back left, and he's going to pitch it to Joe Irving now, and he's at the 35. Ooh, and Joe can't cut
he
either.
Slipped on that wet turf.
Yeah, he had an opening, but he couldn't catch his footing.
And he could taste it too, but
It's 4th down and 6.
I tell you one thing, you sure don't want to see somebody get hurt
6
slipping on
minutes
that
and
wet
14
turf.
seconds. 49-8. And the clock is moving, and I don't think they'll stop it. And the Wildcats are looking at a long 4th down here. And I believe we're going to get a penalty.
Whistle, false start.
Under 6 minutes, 49-8. Waskom's trying to get in the end zone in the rain here in Waskom.
That backs them up. 4th down and 13, maybe 12 or 13.
So it's 71 and rainy in Waskom, and it looks like it's going to rain all the way through the morning, and it looks like it's going to stop at around 9, which would be good for the youth football playoffs tomorrow.
Now, where does the Waskom youth play tomorrow, Michael?
So the Waskom Wildcats will be over in Elysian Fields, Texas, and have Elysian Fields, Harleton, Ore City, New Diana, and Waskom battling it out for the playoffs. Ooh, and Chris is not going to get the pass off. He's rolling out, but he breaks some tackles. Look at that. Julie's going to get the first down. Oh, and he's going to lay some wood there on that guy, and he's in the red zone.
It's a Jim Ammerman coverage tonight for our Red Zone, Jim Ammerman Law Firm. If you need a personal injury attorney, call Jim Ammerman, 903-200-8888. Our clients become family.
And then we have another set of the East Texas Independent Youth Football League out in White Oak, and you'll have Jefferson, Hallsville, White Oak, Tatum battling it out, trying to get through the playoffs there. Chris Hernandez under center, flex bone. He's going to pitch it to Nate Espy, and Nate, he is tasting it, and he's going to get into the end zone. He's been wanting to get in there for a few weeks now.
Touchdown, Nate Espy.
He's got a little celebration dance. 15-yard run by Nate Espy. And I got to I got to admit, I didn't think we were going to get the first down. So shout out to Chris Hernandez setting up his team to score in the red zone, and Nate Espy capping it off with a touchdown.
It was all Chris on that first down. He made that happen for sure.
So that touchdown is, what is that, a Waskom Wildcat touchdown? No, it's
a Marshall Hometown Tire touchdown. Our family keeping your family rolling since 1970.
And now Chris will kick the ball through the uprights. Chris missed a long field goal. We want to get those field goals going, but he's been very stellar here on these extra points the past few weeks. 3 minutes, 38 seconds. The clock is ticking. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some more Waskom Wildcat football.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative is a proud sponsor of all things Waskom Wildcats, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. East Tex Telephone commends the hard work and dedication put forth by all students, faculty, staff, and administration. It is through hard work and sacrifice that winners emerge. Best of luck from East Tex Telephone, servicing the telecommunications needs of rural East Texas since 1952. Go Waskom Wildcats!
Hey.
All right, we're back here in Waskom, Texas. Waskom just scored again. Nate Espy, 22, in for a 15-yard run. 56-8 is where we're at now here, with the clock ticking away here in the third quarter. Wildcats will bring out a whole slew of different Wildcats. We've got number 17, Jamal Buffin. Number 11, Maddox Ducote. Number 12, Jalen. So, I have to look up Jalen's last name. He's looking like an up-and-coming Wildcat, Jalen Manning.
Well, there was some
penalties
on that?
Yeah.
I missed those entirely. But I can tell from where we're kicking, there definitely had to be a penalty.
Looks like 32's out there, Xavier Cooks. Another new JV Wildcat out there on the kick return, or the kickoff team.
Yeah. He kicked that from, what, the 40?
We did that last week, too, remember, in Elysian Fields. Wildcats holding their composure and getting some good field position on mistakes by the other team. Now we'll see what they do with defense. Looks like Caleb Mann, 79, and J.D. Stevens, number 60, will be those interior tackles. Brody, no, that's another JV guy. 61, and Aiden Corbett, he's a starter. He's on the left side, DN. See if you can see that right
58.
side. 58. That's Hunter Gossett, if it is 58.
Yeah. It's 58 or 68? 68.
68. So 68 would be Remington Riley. And
Okay,
we saw
68, 15.
him in the Big Sandy game. And then Jaden Miner, number 15, will be a linebacker with number 11.
We got a timeout. Timeout tonight's brought to you by Clay Allen Real Estate. Clay Allen Real Estate, we care.
And the left side linebacker is Bubba Jones, number 7. And your safeties right now are number 3, Julius Wash. And he's so we have 2 new safeties back there filling in because Chris is out and Montez is out. Who's that talking to Bubba? Can you see that number? I can't see it.
Now, I got that water blur on my screen there. It's hard to see. 2
receivers left. Motion across the middle is number 8. 15 is going to give it to the fullback. See if they can hang on to it. He's going to go up the middle and pick up about 4 before he's stopped by 3 Waskom Wildcats.
That's
Julius Walsh.
12, 7, and 3.
Yeah, 12. That's Jaden Manning. He's filling in at that.
And 7 is Bubba Jones. Well, the clock's winding down. We're under a minute now in the third quarter. Score 56, Waskom 8, Hawkins.
So the quarterback of the Hawks is over there with his coach. He's coming into the field of play. His team is ready for the play call. He's missioning it to his fullback, or they'll be in the pistol formation. No wideouts. Motion on that screen to the pistol back. Comes back under on a counter, and he's going to cut back again, making some good moves, picking up the first down. And the Wildcats are going to maybe get him out of bounds, and they do, but not before he gets to the 31 of the Waskom Wildcats.
First down, Hawkins. Yeah, he slipped right off. Several of them had a hit on him but didn't wrap up and bring him down. And that, folks, ends the third quarter of football. Waskom Wildcats 56, Hawkins Hawks 8.
So the Wildcats, let's see if they just start running the clock. I don't think they have. It's set at 12. We have an injured player, so it takes, looks like we may take a changeover anyway, so he'll be able to get off the field. And the Wildcats will still be on defense. We'll switch fields. We're here 56-8.
We're not going to switch fields. We're
I mean,
going to
switch
switch
sides.
ends of the field.
Ends of the field. Julie loves correcting me. Makes her feel good, folks. And I don't tell her I do that just so she can have the opportunity to correct me. I'm such a good husband. 56-8, the Wildcats are up here with 12 minutes, the fourth quarter remaining, and it's probably going to go pretty fast. And we want to thank those that come out, the boosters. They were doing a lot of things planned, and they had festivities for the seniors, but I'm sure. I knew they had some other things planned, but the weather kind of messed that up for them. But doing a great job this season with the concessions and
They had
raising
already
money
had
for the students.
playoff T-shirts. I think they've sold like over 500.
So Hawkins is going to have a run off tackle on the left side, and he's going to be close to the first down. We stopped at the 21 of Waskom. Second down and 1 for Hawkins. Or it looks like maybe second down and 2. So the Wildcats be in Marshall, Texas, Thursday night game. Coach wants to get out and scout on Friday night, so we able to agree with a Thursday night game with Paul Pewitt. We'll be the visitors since Paul Pewitt is giving us closer to home. They got the home side. Incomplete pass. Ball slipped. Looked like it slipped out of the quarterback's hand. Wasn't able to get to the receiver.
$11 minutes left to play in the football game tonight. Waskom 56, Hawkins 8. Hawkins has the ball.
See,
Third and
I'm gonna
2.
see. You think they'll run or pass here? They were running the ball and they try to pass on second. They have to run here, and he does. He gives it to his fullback, and look, the defense there is I believe held him from the first down. So a good job by Aiden Corbett, 61, and 15 Jaden Miner. And it looks like we got 33 out there. It's our neighbor. It looks like he's out there. Hayden.
4th and
Burrow.
1. Bring up 4th and 1.
So the Wildcats, they have a few of their starters out there, but most of their JV players, they didn't have a game this week because Hawkins Hawks did not have a JV team. But your 7th and 8th grade team both won. 7th grade coming out as district champs. Shout out to them.
Yeah, that was great.
And the 8th grade team, they only lost one. They weren't district champs, but a great season for them as well. Number 15 is going to do that quick counter, and he's going to be open here for the end zone. We're not going to be able to stop him.
Oh, I didn't even see him. I was
Number
following
8.
the quarterback.
Yeah, that's a good counter play.
It was.
9 minutes, 47 seconds. Number 8 gets his second touchdown, a 21-yard touchdown. And they'll set up a go for, I believe they'll go for 2. Number 33 looks to be their fullback now instead of 34. And that would be Tristan Williamson. And they give it to 8. And 8's going to barrel.
Number 2, that's number 2.
Number 2 barrels up, and he's successful. So 9 minutes, 11 seconds as the clock keeps moving. Waskom's up over Hawkins, 56-16.
The spread on the game was, 29 points?
I think that's.
So we definitely got that beat.
Yeah, and we're giving opportunity for many Wildcats to play. Going into the postseason, we'll have a big roster now that we'll combine, but we're getting deep into the playoffs. Not many will have the opportunity to participate, but it's always fun being part of the team and being on the road in the playoffs. To be on that experience is a great opportunity for all the players and as we grow as a team for the future. So here we are, folks. We're going to stay right here and we'll catch the break the next time because your Waskom Wildcats are coming out here to kick or receive the kick from the Hawkins Hawks after they scored. And I believe number 8 scored both of their scores, didn't they?
Was that number 8 this
Or
time?
was it 2?
I didn't write it
We'll
down.
give it to 2 because he did the extra point, and that's who I thought was the same player. So we'll say number 2 got that touchdown. 8 minutes now. We're all set for the kick. So they're not Hawkins is not taking their time like Big Sandy did when they ran the clock. They're getting out there, giving some opportunity to see a little more football here tonight. They're going to kick it over, and it's going to. The Wildcats are trying to keep it out of bounds.
Keep it inbound.
Yeah, yeah. No, I didn't. You caught me there. I didn't fake that one, folks. That was a definite mistake by Michael Allwhite. And but it's interesting. I was just sitting here thinking about the players. I can just see them. They all want to get a hold of it and take off running.
Yeah, but it went out of bounds. So Waskom will take over 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line with the clock ticking at 7.5 minutes left in the ballgame.
And all those returners are your starting running backs, excluding Montez. He's a starting return special teams player and will be your starting running back next year, or right up in the mix. They're on the sidelines with their coach, fixing to bring out the offense, and let's see if the offense switches, and it does. So we have some different offensive linemen. Caleb Mann, number 79, 75, Elijah Condi is going to be the center. Try to catch a few more of those
58.
names. 58's out there, and that would be Hunter Gossett. Under center, we got to see if it's Chris Steele. They're going to hand off on a jet sweep right, and he's going to pick up 3. What's that number right there?
Where?
25. Oh, okay, so we do have a different quarterback. Looks like we have our JV quarterback, number 25, Blake Looper, in. Montez Thompson is coming in as one of the slots, 23. Julius Walsh, number 3, is going to be a receiver.
A flag on the play, so they got a replay 2nd down. They backed him up.
Uh-oh. They put him in a hole back there.
I didn't see what it was.
It's probably a hold with that 10-yard mark off. In the flex bone, Looper under center. Motion left, and they're going to move again.
Well, they're going to move him back in the end zone.
I want to see that play they was fixing to run, though.
I think they're just a little nervous, you think? Little nerves out there?
Yeah, especially on that
But,
offensive
man,
line.
they got awfully close to that end zone, and that is not where you want to mess up and bobble that ball for sure. And it's wet, and they're nervous, and that's a bad combination.
Comes number 15, Jaden Miner in.
We need to just get a playoff and get the ball down the field a little bit.
Did you say playoffs? Playoffs? We're in the playoffs.
We're in the playoffs. District champion Waskom Wildcats. Coach Wade Lawson's first year at Waskom brings home a district championship.
Looper under center, and they are going to get the playoff, but they're going to get stuffed. And they're even closer to the wrong end zone.
Man, that's so. Yeah.
5 minutes. Clock is getting down to 56 to 16.
Yee.
See if when
That was the Montez.
So we'll see who can be. Yeah, he was on that right slide. Who is the fullback? See if you can see the fullback number for me. I think it may be Bubba. Is that number 7?
Yes.
All right. So the JV offense is out there with a few of the
And they are just right on their own end
they
zone,
got to give it to the fullback here or a quarterback keeper, and they're going to try to draw them off. But I think we may have moved. No, they're going to call offsides.
Okay,
Or that
well,
guy on that other side on the
that gives us a little bit
little bit of breathing room.
of breathing room. Woo!
Now we're getting down to 4 minutes, folks. I'd like to see this backup squad get some positive yards, and be nice if they could get down here in the end zone.
It'd definitely be nice if they get some positive yards. Waskom 56, Hawkins 16. 4 minutes left in the play in the ball game.
And the quarterback's over on the sidelines. Been here a good while, getting some instruction from the offensive coordinator. They're going to break the huddle. Jaden Miner will be out wide left. Jamal Buffin out wide right. Looper under center. Motion left Montez, and he's going to go back right.
Golly,
Look,
another.
I think Hawkins looks like they did it again. Yep, they got him. It's Hawkins. So we got 2 positive plays. on penalties by the Hawks. And look,
We're going to get back to the original line of scrimmage one day.
look, and now here comes the quarterback.
That puts us second 25.
This reminds me of the
Junior high?
yeah, because
Because he goes over to get the play.
yeah, right when they just jumped off sides. So why don't you just run the same play?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you why. I'm sure Swain said, "Look, we're going to draw them off, and if they don't draw off, I'll call a timeout, and you can come back over here anyway." 2 minutes, 55 seconds. We're maybe going to run the clock out, folks. 56-16, Waskom. Motion left, and Montez goes back right, and he gets the pitch off to that back, and he spins out of a tackle, and he fumbles, and Jamal picks it up. He's at the 40. Jamal's not slow. He's at the 50. And this is what I was telling Julie. She wanted positive yards, and I wanted TD. And there you go, Jamal Buffin, touchdown, Waskom Wildcats.
On a drop pickup ball.
Yeah, that was what Coach was cooking up over here. That's why he had him on the sideline so long. So we got an 87-yard touchdown run by Jamal Buffin, number 17. Oh, there's a flag for celebration. Joe Irvin went off from the sidelines and did a chest bump, but Jamal Buffin in the sideline ref, you're not getting that on his watch.
Oh, bless it.
Nope, he's like,
He was really proud
I am
of
throwing
him.
that flag. I'm proud of him, too. That was a good play by Jamal Buffin, number 17. Just come back to Waskom. He's was in Waskom in middle school, left Waskom, come back. His brother came last year, Davion Buffin, number 8. Buffins are good assets to the Waskom Wildcat athletic department. And that was a good play for positive yards for the Waskom Wildcats. Now what are we going to do here with the clock? Oh, look, no, they didn't stop it. I thought they had stopped it on the extra
All right,
point.
so we don't get the touchdown?
I think they call it back on celebration.
Do they?
I think they do.
Well, I done wrote that down.
I know. The coach is like, really? That was way after the play.
Do these refs know? They're not going to make the game longer because we're running the clock. If we were stopping the clock, they would be making the game longer.
Well, there's a hard lesson learned for a young Wildcat.
Yeah, and it wasn't his fault. It was his friend who just wanted to give him high fives. But
he could have. I wonder what had happened if he wouldn't have jumped with him. He'd just walked by him.
he messed up his friend's score.
I think they still would have caught it. But look, there's Jamal again. He's like, give it to me, folks. I'm ready. 48 seconds. The Wildcats run out. The play clock is off. So I don't know if that was us or they just didn't reset it. So
30 seconds left on the clock, folks.
And the
Waskom
Wildcats
56. Are they just going to let it go? What's the deal here?
No, they're not going to let it go, Julie. They're going to run a play. They're just trying to make this exciting.
Well, the ref looked like he didn't know what. Like
the
he was
ref
holding on to
doesn't
the
know.
ball. Like, ref, we got 30 seconds. Are you going to put the ball down, or
Well, they're
what are
fixing
we
to
going to
jerk
do?
away from the ref and set it down.
We're not going to run another play. The clock now is under the play clock, so they will let that just go, and that's going to be ball game.
that's the
Waskom
end of the
Wildcats
game.
56, Hawkins 16.
Look, and Jamal Buffin, he's still excited. In his book, he scored.
Well, my book too, because I already had it written down.
We'll keep it down there. So that's it, folks. Your Waskom Wildcats, they top off the season here at home, dismantling the Hawkins Hawks 56-12. And if you're keeping score with Julie, it's 62-16. We'll be in Marshall, Texas next week for our first round playoff. And watch out for your Waskom Wildcats, because the second round will be a tough matchup with the team we played first in the season, Shelbyville or Garrison. If we get past that challenge, then it'll be third round, most likely Honey Grove. And if we get past that Thanksgiving round, we'll move on past that to the fourth round, which will be the region finals, and we'll see what happens for your Waskom Wildcats. So that's Michael and Julie signing out from home. We always love the home games, and we're hoping to be able to bring the games through video for you, but we definitely will have it on the radio, 1450 AM, 96.9 FM, and on easttexastoday.com. So
Be watching the Waskom ISD Facebook for more information as we get it on the game next week.
yes, so for Julie and Michael, that's it. Good night.